On July the 4th, 2016, the St. John News ceased to exist as we know it with the death of Terry Spradley. The local stories put into print with Terry's fun but factual style came to an end, but the stories about our town do not have to suffer this same fate. We may no longer have an editor or reporter in town, but we as citizens can be reporters of our local stories by personally submitting them. Lots of them. You might wonder, what do we submit? Well, quite simply, everything. Not every story a newspaper receives will be a lead story, but that does not mean it is not valuable. Many stories that document daily events end up being a way for future researchers to verify a date of another, possibly more important event that occurred at the same time. Pages of seemingly insignificant everyday life activities grow more valuable over time. Although a newspaper cannot adequately cover a program or a concert, it can document it forever. When Terry quit covering local stories and printing local submissions, our town records came to a screeching halt. Currently, our town is missing 2 years of documentation. We can change that as a community and as individuals. We have many wonderful stories to tell about our youth and our seniors, our churches and our schools, and our clubs and our activities. All of these things can be submitted with pictures to the Pratt Tribune to be printed in the St. John News. When Dina Sattler, editor and publisher of the Garden City Telegram, was in our studio last month, I mentioned our need for a lot more news feeds since we were rekindling our local channel. She replied the paper as well needed more news feeds. There is no such thing as too many submissions. The more the Pratt Tribune receives, the more stories its editors will have to spread out over weeks rather than days, making our local paper fun to read again. The more submissions, the more stories. The more stories, the more subscriptions. The more subscriptions, the more advertisers. This is a win-win for all of us because we get a better paper and the Pratt Tribune gets the advertisers it needs to keep printing the St. John News. If anyone in our viewing audience has a talent for writing or interviewing, or would like to try a bit of journalism, please give it a try. Send the Pratt Tribune and SSC TV3 a notice or a story. Our community will be better for your efforts. Additionally, if anyone in our viewing audience has a video camera and would like to try video journalism, give me a call. I can use the help because currently I am the only one at TV3. I simply cannot cover all the great things that are happening in our area.